Getting closer here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this alpha test in just a moment. I'm trying to keep it respectful. You see how all this token usage, it gets crazy. I'm on the max plan right now, but this tool is notorious for being pretty costly. I've got this loaded up just to build and make improvements. I'm showing you guys the exact process I go through. Just go ahead and run that, see if there's any changes to the code base. You see those tokens start absolutely accumulating. Alright, so they want me to run this after I boom. Yep. So let's just run this and see if the MCP comes on. Big shout out to Matt. All right, it's complete. I just gotta restart. Let's see how it goes. I'm actually gonna wait to restart. That's one thing that I've kind of learned is I don't want to stop this in the middle of its generation.
Like taking the spotlight, but another dog. I think maybe just keep the camera in the same location, but the audio would come out really well because, like I don't know.
So one thing that I've realized is
there's two, so like there's yeah.
Here they are right here.
I'm gonna sweep creep. Like we can plug that in, and then if you want, like I have a tripod.
So I can run a scan, I can run a clean.
Do it with an iPhone and these.
So this was like.
So let's go ahead and do it.
Just recorded or extracted
And then boom. Let's move this up.
So you're trying to see how to get the audio closer? That's what I guess.
So and then there's this other one that this other guy, Akash.
So it's that simple, a useful tool.
And then there's like just pick up from the
It's just in dry run mode. So when I come back from lunch, I'll actually try to run it and remove files and do that whole thing.
So there's two of these mics, right? So
Pretty exciting.
we can agree at the beginning.
I'm not going to record y'all, though. It's like a day in the life type of blog.
I think he's in the booth.
I'll just text.
That would suck to open the elevator and have a camera pointed at your face immediately. Hey.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, like, I just didn't sign up. And what do you want?
I was thinking either Velvet Taco or Jimmy John's.
Velvet Taco or Jim John?
Yep.
Have you been to Fairground yet?
Yes, we can go there.
Have you been to the taco?
What's up, bro? Like, kind of talking about like the Houston chapter 2 and like.
I love architecture. Y'all are gonna learn that about me as you see these videos.
I was asking about like the.
I'm an architecture fan.
I was asking about space for even just time mixing. If you're like
Case, right?
Yeah.
And that's where it's messed up.
Also, if you think about the songwriting process, it's sometimes like 15 people.
All right, so walking home from downtown. This is the first full day that I've spent at the office over, since they granted me access. It's crazy, man. It's been a hell of a journey. It's like I'm around startup founders. A lot of them are much, much younger than me. But it's really cool to be around that energy, that hustle and bustle. I've been independent for a while now, and a lot of times I've been working out of coffee shops and at home, mostly because that's how I felt that type of freedom was supposed to look. So I kind of played into it as like the main way that I wanted to do that. But it's changed as I've gotten older and more seasoned in this idea. I've switched over to, man, that's a cool ass bet. I've switched over to wanting more of a community to kind of help me with the things that I'm not as good at, because there's plenty, right? Especially when you're tackling something new. For me, getting into AI dev, and what does it look like to ship every single week, and then that'll turn into what does it look like to ship every single day, and so on and so forth. So I think the main thing that I'm learning in this is that instead of feeling like I have to know exactly where I'm going with the skill set that I have, if I'm around the right people at the right time in the right city. I just so happen to be in Austin, and what's the chances that I'm in Austin during the AI revolution, so to speak, coming fresh off of 7 years working in data. And everybody knows, at least everybody in this space knows, that data has a very important place in the AI game. So it's like, without data, you can't really do what you would want to do. Politics here, street politics. This place is dope. It's like a little sneaker shop. Back in the day, I did their Google Maps when I was really heavy on SEO and stuff. So I did their Google Maps, and they got like over 800,000 views of the photos that I took on my little silly, iPhone camera. And then they see stuff like that, and they're like, oh, we need to go get some sponsored, real professional photos. It's like, nah, bro, UGC is how you get recognition. There's another red vet, damn. Anyways, what I'm getting at is I got a whole setup at the Antler office, so I was using that. I had to go send back my machines that my previous employer, Array, had given me. They gave me like, one second. They gave me an M4, not Ultra. It was a M4 iMac, not iMac, Mac Mini. Max. No, that was an M4 Studio. Mac Studio, my bad. It's been a long day. Anyways, it was really cool to have had that experience. It sucked giving it back. But the cool thing is, since I've been in this AI space and going to these hackathons, I'm able to win certain things as well. And I actually won a Mac Mini. So an M4 Mac Mini, actually. And so that's what I was working off of today. The significance of that and having access to all that compute is that now I'm in the spot to where I can ultimately run local models and local AI tools that I need to from a device that has enough compute. So part of the reason that I wanted to create a tool today for my next organized AI event coming up August 6th, I got to figure out if I'm going to like edit these and throw stuff like that up on the screen just in case somebody in Austin's watching this. I don't really suspect that to be the case, but we'll see. What'll happen is I'll be able to essentially create some buzz around using tools that are created during those workshops and hackathons. And what I mean by that is, how can I create a tool that's useful to a vibe coder? So someone who's new, they don't have the expertise to just be handed a GitHub repository and do everything they need to with it, right? So I'm even thinking of things like Git ingest. That, you know, that's a tool that I use a lot nowadays, especially today, actually. Just getting a better feel in natural language for what the GitHub repository is supposed to do, right? And that's part of it. That's a beautiful part of it, is just being like, okay, if I had to do all this all over again, and sometimes it's like from the very beginning all over again, and sometimes it's like, well, if I were to approach this thing that I just learned today or yesterday or last week, whatever, you know, present tense, recent, past, how can I reapproach it in a way that if I were learning it, I'd be happy that it was presented to me in this way? So that's always kind of cool, always interesting to me. And so that's what I've been thinking about, is how can I make this more approachable for other people? And ultimately, I want to gain authority through being as useful as possible, breaking it down, making these things usable, adding projects, and taking a project, taking the code base, turning it into an app. That's what we're doing anyways when we ship. But when I turn it into an app and I make it useful to a user immediately, you know, most people are not going to say, oh, well, this is great, but I don't want to pay for use of that tool. Because if the tool is good enough, they'll want to pay for it. And on top of that, one of the things I'm going to pride myself on is, how can I make this accessible, not only in usability, but also price? This trail is so good. I love this. I love this trail, man. I'm about to go hit the calisthenics bars and do a little workout. I'll probably change real quick and do that whole thing. But anyways, man, I guess more than anything, I want to make sure that people understand why I'm doing this like this. It's getting clearer for me. Big shout out to Daily Driven Porsche. I'm gonna keep shouting them out. I don't have a Porsche, but I want one, and I do have some skills and a unique perspective, and I'm building community here in Austin, and I got some things that I can show you guys that's going to be kind of cool, you know, over time. They getting a big event set up. I got a homie that does events. Big shout out to Irv. He about to have his third child any day now. But he's done some really cool stuff, and it's always nice whenever one of your close brothers, your close friends, a guy I met in college, is doing, you know, tens of thousands of people at a concert or at a festival or whatever. like he's been able to do. So that's awesome. And every time I see like someone throwing a big event, I think about him. That's his lane. Anyways, here's Pete. I'm about to say what's up to him real quick. I don't know if he wants to be on camera, so we'll cut it there. I might come back and show some footage of me working out. I don't know. We'll see.